Namaste, Scorpio. This is your monthly reading. Happy birthday to those of you who are celebrating this month. And if I missed you last month, happy belated birthday to you. We'll begin with the Nine of Cups for your reading, and I think it may have something to do with your birthday. It's in general, it's a card about your dreams coming true, your wishes being granted, your prayers being answered. So those things that you've been working on manifesting coming to pass. But because it is about wishes, what do you do when it's your birthday, right? You make a wish, you blow out the candles. And I just was like looking at these. You see how they kind of like illuminated around them? And I know it's the way it's illustrated to give off like a glow to indicate that these are like gold or brass or something. But to me, I saw them lit up like they had fire. Can you see it around them? I don't know if it gets picked up in the video, but I looked at them like candles. So it could have something to do with the day too, like maybe 11/9 will be particularly important to some of you. But I definitely think it has something to do with the things that you've been wishing for. Also, like a yes or no question. This is a yes from the minor arcana, especially like in love. It tends to be a yes. What's the next card? It is the Magician. So this is another card that's about manifestation. It's in reverse, so I'm going to keep going. Opening now to another card that's in reverse, the Two of Wands. It is twos in general about faith, partnership, equality, equity, balance. The Two of Wands is the soulmate or twin flame or divine union card of the tarot. Now opening to the Three of Pentacles. It's a worker energy. It often has to do with abundance that is earned by you. Like you're not getting it. It's not falling out of the sky. You're not getting it, just simply as a blessing. You put some effort into it. And it often comes directly or correlates directly to some work that you've done. Five of Swords in reverse. Speak about conflict, miscommunication. Two of Wands. Page of Wands in reverse. All the reversals. An Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes, possibly. Could be messages that are like held up somehow, held up in the mail, maybe something that you're waiting for, or that you sent out to somebody, they haven't gotten it yet. Maybe your patience is wearing out. We'll do one more. And it is the Five of Cups. This is a card of disappointment, pessimism, doubt. It's kind of like, just when something doesn't happen exactly how you want. So let's say you have a day planned and, you get to do a lot of the things that you wanted to do, but you wanted a limousine to drive you around. Instead, you had a regular taxi, So you're moping like, oh man, I really wanted that limousine. I just got an Uber. But it's not like you didn't get a ride at all. Like some people didn't get a ride. That's kind of like what the Five of Cups represents. Us being disappointed with what we have and maybe not counting our blessings, although we are indeed still blessed. And now we come to the Eight of Cups, which is a card about moving on from something or maybe moving towards something, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Can be a card of spirituality, just really looking for some sort of deeper meaning to something, awakening perhaps. I'm going to get the stand so I can pick 4 specific cards for you. And it's interesting that we started with the Nine of Cups as your overall energy, and now it is the Eight of Cups. What's behind it this time? The Two of Cups. So maybe you're walking toward a partnership or relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it very well could be with the Two of Cups. Or you could be walking away from one. Let's see what the next card is. Be walking away from a business partnership or a job or somebody that you met through work or both, or toward that, and that's the next card. Or again, this can be abundance that you've earned, but maybe it's not monetary. Maybe it is something that you earn, but you've been putting effort and work into a relationship. This can also be somebody from your past. It's the Pentacles, but the Three of Pentacles can be about a positive reunion, like with someone or something from your past. So maybe that's toward what you're walking. And again, maybe it's an actual someone represented by the Two of Cups. I'm going to pull one card for the card that's going to most directly represent you this month, November. And it's the Nine of Wands in reverse. Which is only interesting because I mentioned that when I saw the Nine of Cups that I felt that the number 9 itself, or perhaps the 9th of November, might be significant. So maybe this is reconfirming that. Surrounding you, close friends, family, work. Knight of Wands in reverse. Maybe involving an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Work and finance. 10 of Wands in reverse. It's kind of interesting. Okay. What's next? The Ace, right? We got, or maybe the Page. And love and relationship. It's the Page of Cups. It's your own energy. And this is a really wonderful placement for this card. If other things have been feeling sort of difficult to you and you've been sort of over it, it looks like not only is the universe going to come through with some additional energy for you, but love and relationships should be just fine either way. Like if this is not holding you back, holding you down. So Page of Cups, very positive. It is that, again, your energy, as well as that of Cancer and Pisces. We'll just make sure everything's in frame here. Looks good. So let's go back to the overall energy, which again is the Eight of Cups. This is your element too. I just want to point that out, which is always nice when your own element, one's own element shows up in the reading. So we got the cups there for you, love and emotion. And this card is saying that like the best is yet to come, renewed times, good times, just what you've been waiting for, what you've been looking forward to, what you've been wishing for, hoping for, dreaming about. It lies ahead. Like, don't get stuck in this sort of like, regret or doubt about like you missed out on something. You had your chance and you blew it, and the best times were potentially behind you and now they're gone. That this is saying the total opposite of that. And if your gut is telling you that you need to get out of a relationship or a job, a living condition or arrangement, it also saying go ahead and trust yourself and work on moving yourself out of that situation. Also, if someone or something is leaving you, it usually means that you're the one who is initiating it or who wants this, who's made this choice. And it's like when a door has to close. You know how they say whenever one door closes, one door opens? Yes, that's the saying. But it's like sometimes one has to close in order for one to open for you. You have to like leave a chapter behind in order to start a new one. And so that's what the Eight of Cups is about for you. Even a long-term relationship can end, and there's never a good time necessarily to tell somebody that the relationship has to end unless they feel the same way. So you're not going to be able to break it to them at the appropriate time. Just like go ahead and let them know when you get that feeling that you need to let them know and get out of it. And the same thing goes again for a job. Your current job, it's possible, is no longer appropriate for you. Now, especially with the economic situation, many of us can't afford to just quit our jobs, but you can start to look for something else or to apply for something else, or maybe moonlighting, working on your own business or some sort of side hustle or something. And that'll allow you, put you in a position to leave your job or start looking for a new place to live or new roommates or, whatever it is you need to sort of free yourself from your existing condition and move on to a more positive one. And again, this card supports it. It says like the renewed times, the brand new times, fresh times, good times lie ahead. So now we're going to move on to the Nine of Wands in reverse. This one warns against beating ourselves up. So whether that's because of something again that's going on here, the situation that you're leaving or moving toward, and who might not like it or is potentially hurt or changed by it, or whatever the case is, don't beat yourself up about it. And also, if you're feeling like your energy, your mental, your physical strength, your emotional strength, or health is sort of like running low, right, depleting, dripping down, don't beat yourself up about that too either. Like, you can't always be on, you can't always be that burst that everybody else needs, like, you get to be spent sometimes too, and to not feel bad about it. And maybe it's time instead that you allow yourself someone or something positive on which to lean so that your strength can return, right? Because everything has a cycle. So we can't always be the ones that's like the pillar for everybody else. We got to take some time to support and nurture ourselves too. So that's the most general meaning. In love, this can be like, usually it's about a situation, and you could be like 100% convinced that you're right about the situation and your partner's wrong. And that may be the case, but it's like you're not going to be able to force your point down their throats. So this guides us to give a more, use a more gentle and thoughtful approach, perhaps, to make them see our point. And that could be why this is happy too. It's like you're coming with some sort of offering, you know, let me work with you from a place of love and emotion. So it could definitely be tied to that Page of Cups. And if you're looking for love, that's the way to go too, sort of easing into it gently versus hot pursuit, right? The wands represent fire, right? That hot passion. Don't lay it on too thick. Moving on to the Knight of Wands reverse. So this is the surrounding energy again. Close friends, family members, work. This is usually a sign that you're going to get some kind of message. And the thing is with the wands, with the reversals, first and foremost, it could be a delay. So you're going to get a message, but maybe not in the moment that you were hoping for it. So let's say it's for your birthday. Let's just throw that out there, right? It says for your birthday, and your birthday is on the 9th, and you don't get the call to the 10th. Like, I can't tell you how to feel, but try not to be upset about it. It's like surrounding energy. It's not necessarily anybody's fault, and it could be Mercury retrograde, that controls communication, although Mercury, does it go direct on the 3rd? I think it goes in direct on the 3rd. So I'm making excuses maybe. Maybe your birthday's on the 2nd, you won't get the message to the 3rd. In any case, it asks you to be patient. And at least we know we have something positive to look forward to that is very possibly a message from somebody that we're wanting it, or somebody new that, gets us something stirred up in us. So that's cool too. So in terms of work, it could be something involving your work or co-workers. There could be some sort of break or interruption in your work. I don't know if the place will have to temporarily be closed, or if you have to temporarily be not there for whatever reason, or you got to get moved to a different department or something temporarily. You could get pulled away for some kind of meeting or training or something. Oh yeah, the building may actually just shut down for a period of days or something, for whatever reason. There's a lot of reasons that those sort things of that nature are happening these days. So just try to take it in as much stride, and with as good or best an attitude as you can. If you're looking for work, that decision could be delayed too. So you could be waiting. And if we think about the 9 of Cups that we saw in the beginning, ultimately, I would say expect a yes, but not necessarily when you're hoping for it. Could take a little time. In love and relationships, you could be getting into like stupid, petty arguments, and like about dumb stuff, like who left the toilet seat up? God damn it! Who put the paper towels in the wrong direction? I like it this way. That kind of stuff. And of course, that's not really what it's about, right? Nobody really argues about those things. So the card guides you to try to get to the bottom of what is happening. And for some of you, what is happening is, again, maybe you want to get out of a situation and move on to something different. Move on to being single. Move on to you've met somebody, or whatever the case is. So yeah, do that. If you're looking for love, it's possible that you may have found the one when the Knight of Wands in reverse shows up, and some sort of permanent commitment can be coming about. And they do tell us normally to not enter any new commitments or contracts during Mercury retrograde. But again, I'm pretty sure now that I've brought it up that it ends on the 3rd, that Mercury goes direct on the 3rd. So I think you got most of the month free to go ahead and enter a permanent commitment if that's what you're wanting to do. You may even get surprised with someone. Maybe that's what somebody's proposing to you. Somebody's making some sort of offer to you. But be, as sure about it as possible that it's, this is what you want to do before you go ahead and like tie the knot and stuff, because you could be rushing things with this card also. But I just talked about the wands, like hot pursuit and sort of going full steam ahead. All right, to make another fire reference. So moving on to work and finance, I'm sorry. And the 10 of Wands in reverse. Somebody really could be leaving their job looking at this card, the 8 of Cups, between the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and now the 10 of Wands in reverse. We've already talked about the possibility of like somebody's job closing and all those kinds of things, temporarily. And this is another card that says that it might be a good time for you to like seek new employment. Not necessarily because the market is, at its best, but because you're unhappy in your job situation or something's not working out, and it's possible that you're even being like mistreated. And even in a tight job market, that's not okay. You don't have to stand for that. So you know you're gonna have to figure it out. But again, the cards do allow for you to be putting out a new resume, going ahead. It is guidance to feel comfortable moving on to a new start. So don't be afraid to do that, especially again if you're being mistreated. You don't have to tolerate that. And I don't know, it's weird because it kind of tells us like to not take things like unfairness and injustice personally. Like it's not being done to you specifically as an individual. Like this is just the way this person is or this company is, and it's not for you. And so, best solution may be to simply just leave. In terms of finances specifically, it can indicate current or coming difficulty with money. But at the same time, you might say, well, you just told me to leave my job. Yes, I know. Um, it's not a time to be crazy and extravagant with money either. Even if you do feel okay, and you don't feel like you're struggling with money. But it's also not a time to panic. If you've been short of money for a long time, the card says that you like deserve some sort of break. Give yourself permission to take a break from worrying about money, for a while. And there's like all kinds of cliches about money not being everything, right? Being the most important thing, and it really is true. But not only that, this is a very temporary energy that you're experiencing in terms of the tightness with money. And the 10 of Wands indicates that you're at the end of that cycle anyway. Again, the next card, is an 11. So the ace does follow the 10. And, it will free up again soon. So it's definitely not reason to panic. And panicking also, negative energy, fear-based energy also blocks those things that we're manifesting. So it's like contrary to the work that you've been doing in terms of your manifestation. So give yourself permission to say, you know what? I ain't gonna be worried about it right now. I'm still gonna go to this party. I'm still going to, you know, buy myself a nice meal or some nice groceries so I can cook a nice meal or whatever. I'm not going to panic about this. The universe has me, always has me, and I'm sure it's gonna be okay. And that brings us to the Page of Cups and your love and relationship. So this Page of Cups, again, maybe another water sign like yourself, maybe another Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And they may be a little bit younger than you. It could even be days, younger than you, or maybe you're the younger one. The card shows up to say that age is just a number and it does not matter. Just, if you feel love, if you're attracted to someone somewhere, go for it. Like, don't count people out because of their age. If there's some sort of chemistry between you and you're attracted to each other and all that. This is another one of those cards that can be about being swept off your feet as well. So that may help you again to forget about any of these worries, or to go ahead and say, you know what, screw that. Let me be happy. Let me enjoy my life, and have a good time, while you're able to. This, you gotta like to give this person a chance. This can also be indicative of, a gift that you're going to be receiving. Obviously, this guy is making some sort of offering. He's handing you a fish. You might not want a fish. Somebody could be wanting to take you out to dinner. That could be what the fish is. Again, maybe you're going to be swept off your feet by a Pisces, specifically looking at the fish. Or this can be about maybe a nice birthday gift or some sort of offering for you, to take you out on a date, or somebody wants to give you something. It could just be a nice call, message. Again, maybe delayed. His surrounding energy says that messages are potentially delayed, but if you're patient, it's still going to put a smile on your face. That's what's going to happen. And now we'll see what the fortune reading cards say for you, beginning with plain. A journey is indicated, either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. Didn't I say ahead is where, it's like the best is yet to come. Your life is going to be more full. It's ahead of you. So go ahead and move on there, forward. And this is, for some of you, this can actually be some sort of trip or something. I would presume that's probably delayed too, but ultimately it would happen. And opening to key, new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those who are ready to let go of the past. So if you're ready to throw caution to the wind or say to hell with this stuff that's happening, this can be new adventure for you. Plain. Angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. And look, it's the same colors as this journey card that it's opposite. So I think that this is showing you, again, where you're being guided or how you're being guided. And this one is showing up to tell you to trust it, because it is, divinely being guided. Angel and devil. Wow. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. That could be about you getting out of a situation that's not good for you, whether it's a job, a relationship. And lastly, luck. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. Best yet to come. Worlds. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. Okay, so now I'm going to pull 4 cards for you again. Put these back in frame. All right. So the first, again, represents you most directly this month, and it is beware. Be careful of who you trust at this time. So you may need to, again, lean on someone or something because you're feeling sort of spent, but be careful of who that person is. Everybody's not really your friend. Surrounding close friends, family members, and work and stuff like that is eagle. You will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength when you get the messages. But again, they may be delayed. Knight of Wands in reverse, all about messages. It's going to bring, those messages are going to bring you some sort of clarity. 10 of Wands in reverse, work and finance. Unity, a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. So finding somewhere where you are treated properly and your work is appreciated. And it could be in doing something for yourself. Again, so like for those of you who don't necessarily leave your job for any amount of time, you still may be prompted to start some sort of side business or something for yourself. And it's, you know, this could really be like the job of your dreams, the job you could fall in love with, because it feels like you belong there, like you really connected to this line of work versus what you had been experiencing otherwise where you were. It wasn't as fulfilling. And last, love and relationship. Whoa! Isn't that something? Did you see me just pull it off the top like the others? That's amazing. It's like another Two of Cups, right? It's marriage, but we see these two glasses here filled with champagne. Oh, wow. That's really nice for you guys. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. So other areas of your life may not be, 100%, but your love life is popping. I may call that your reading. I may entitle your reading something like that, like work sucks, but love life is popping. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I will be back for you again next month. Namaste.